What's going on, everyone? Syndicate Poogie here. Konnichiwa, Poogie desu. Welcome to another Friday here and another hypnotized visual teaser. We have the unicorn, Harvey, featured in this visual teaser. And just a little while ago, I did get a chance to preview and give my impressions on the more recent XG fragrances that came out. And Harvey's scent, Exotic Flora, continues to stay with me. There's just something about this fragrance that is capturing me. And yep, it's still there. Now we get a chance to see what Harvey is bringing to the table. So we've seen each member so far. Jurin, Chisa, happy birthday Chisa, and yesterday was Hinata. Today is Harvey. We have a new setting, a new scene to explore. It looks like she is encapsulated in this chamber, and can't quite see what else is in the room. It's lit with these gold lights here, and it's looking like she possibly is in cosmic mermaid form. She might be another siren, just like Jurin, similar shape. So let's see what we can capture from this teaser. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Whoa, a lot just happened there. Time out. Okay. The shapes behind Harvey look very similar to the font of Hypnotize, and I can barely make out what's going on. It almost looks like restaurant furniture. Like I see a table there with a vase and flowers, and then looks like a table here with a stool. Or is that a coffee table? Huh. Let's see that again. Yeah, that looks like a high stool there with some kind of bucket there. Another one that looks like it could be some kind of still life. I see like fruits in a candle. And then another one has some kind of vase with flowers there. I can't quite tell what's on the other side, if it's a couch. But Harvey herself, does she have... You could see her legs here actually, so she's not in full mermaid form. Or maybe she is. I can't quite tell from... No, I see her legs there. Yeah. I guess she's in her comfort zone. Or maybe not. What is all this? What is this chamber? Can she freely come out of it? I might need a couple more watches here. So it looks like maybe she was calm here, and then all of a sudden when the hit beat and the lights came on, she looked like she was just awakening. Wow. One last time. Okay. Very hard to determine what is going on in that scene. Okay, I have formulated an idea. In each of the 4 trailers that we've seen, there seems to be some sense of realization or transition. Jurin seems to be looking into this small TV, but then she's looking right at us. Maybe we're inside the TV, who knows? Chisa is underwater, then comes out of the water. Hinata looks like she's being hypnotized by the pendulum, but visually, I don't know if she's going for it or if she's trying to break free from it. And then Harvey looks like it. It doesn't look like a comfortable place for her. It looks like it might be a place that she might not want to be in, and she wants to break out of. So already thematically, it almost looks like places that these members are trying to escape out of. And I know I am stretching here, but I feel like that's going to be a theme. Maybe it's going to be a commentary about how we are all programmed to think a certain way or have certain expectations and standards. And maybe this song is about breaking free from that and escaping and not being bound by it. So uh, let's see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow is, oh, Juria. So let's see what Juria brings. And we have a few teasers left, and then we're probably going to get even more build up, maybe a trailer with all of them leading up to the full album next Friday. Have you pre-ordered the full album? Which version did you pre-order? Which region did you pre-order? Did you get the hoodie? Um, Let me know what you're doing to prepare for this album release next week. I'm genuinely excited. I am calm, I am patient, and I know that they're cooking. I did see some short videos that I believe they might be in Korea, and I think they're going to be performing. So, we've been uh, wanting that for quite some time now, and there have been some very vocal alphas that have been asking for it. And it was revealed that 3 songs off of the album, because of their content, couldn't be promoted and performed on Korean television. They are obviously Reed's Bro, and I know that was the one explicit track off the album. Gala, and I apologize, I can't remember the name of the third single, but they couldn't be performed because I think they had certain companies in the lyrics, or possibly talk about very controversial themes or have certain language that just can't be performed on public television. I know those networks have very strict standards when it comes to it, and historically, XG has adjusted their lyrics to fit the promotion on those shows. I do want to say this in defense of not promoting Gala, because a lot of alphas were upset about that. In the very beginning, still putting their name out there and just debuting, I can see X-Galax and XG having to come to the decision to truly making an adjustment. And a lot of people may not think like it's much, it's just switching the wording around a bit. But you got to realize that when people put their heart and soul into their work, that even those small adjustments and details count as compromise and conforming and fitting inside a box, fitting inside a standard. And that goes, in my opinion, that goes against what they believe in. So even just something silly as like a word change just so that it can be performed, it's by them not doing it, it's them saying, I'm going to stick by my art, I'm going to stick by my work, and I'm going to hold my own standard, my own bar. And if I am not going to be able to perform because of these little things, at least I know in my heart that I'm being true to myself, and that I am keeping my work as pure and as authentic as possible. Remember, this year, their mantra their slogan is authenticity above all. And I know it sounds so silly to think about that. It may sound silly, but to an artist that really puts intention behind every detail of their work, that's important. If if you put your heart and soul into a thesis or a project or a piece of art and you want to display it in the museum or a gallery, or you want to talk about your thesis at a school or whatever, do you want the managers of those venues or the hosts of those platforms to say, could you edit this one line, or could you cover up this one part of your painting or sculpture? Depending on the hows, because we don't know how these conversations can play out. Obviously, we see the piece of paper saying this can go, this can go, this can't go, but there may be verbal discussions about, you know, they may have a window to justify saying, hey, you know, this should be allowed for X number of reasons, but you know, depending on how it's communicated to, it could feel disrespectful. It could be feel disrespectful to XG and the music producers. So I wanted to tack that on. I know that kind of extended the reaction a bit, but I think it's very important to think about leading into the Hypnotize uh, release and the core release. So I'm going to give my full energy into supporting, listening, and loving and praising this album. I just can't wait. And I hope you guys out there are holding on, staying patient, and just knowing it's going to be here before we know it. So until the next reaction, which is tomorrow with Juria, um, I'll catch you guys on the next video. And for now, if you do have some time, because I did take a lot of time, I did review, well, I didn't really fully review, but I gave my impressions on these XG fragrances in my full transmission video. And I also send my well wishes and birthday wishes to Chisa in that episode. So take care always. Keep moving forward. Keep progressing. Even if it's 1%, that's progress. Go at your pace, go in your comfort zone, and realize you're the one in control. So take care, guys. Peace.